Apple's May 7th event is happening in less than 2 days, and the general consensus is that they're going to reveal their brand new iPad Pro with the new M4 chip. Yes, they're gonna skip over the M3, which almost sounds too good to be true, but if you really dig in, it starts to make sense. But for this video, we're actually gonna be talking about the Mac lineup, because if the M4 chip is actually coming in May in just a couple of days, then what does that mean for the Mac? So in this video, we're gonna be looking at a couple of different theories or options for what Apple can do in terms of their Mac lineup, because right now, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because we have the M3 chip, the M3 Pro, and the M3 Max, but the M3 Ultra is missing. So what the heck is going on there? And what will the M4 chip releasing in the iPad Pro mean for the rest of the Macs? So let's jump right into it. Now, no matter which Mac you buy, you're gonna wanna keep your personal data protected by using the Premium Security Suite from our sponsor trendmicro, which offers complete protection for up to 10 of your devices, including Macs, Windows laptops, Chromebooks, iOS devices, and Androids. And when I say complete, I mean it, because it includes all of their security products, including Maximum Security, which protects against identity theft, dark web and data breaches, malware, viruses, ransomware, phishing scams, and other threats, as well as offering secure online banking and shopping, which of course covers your mobile devices as well. You also get the built-in password manager across all of your devices that generates passwords and comes with keystroke encryption to protect from keylogging malware. Even better, it all comes with their VPN Proxy One Pro to protect your web usage, as well as turning public hotspots into secure Wi-Fi connections. And finally, you get 24/7 technical support and emergency assistance included, so check it out using the link in the description below. Thanks to trendmicro for keeping me protected and sponsoring this video. We all know that Apple's M3 chip was revealed just about 9 months ago, which is really odd to see that we're about to get the M4 chip in 2 days, because the M1 and the M2 and then to the M3 has been on a 1.5-year timeline, basically a 1.5-year gap between upgrades, but now it's getting cut down to only 9 months. So what is going on here? Why in the world would Apple cut it short with the M4 chip releasing so soon and going into the iPad Pro first, which really hasn't ever happened? They usually put their M chips into MacBooks first, so why would they do this to the iPad Pro? Well, the best theory I can think of is that Apple is going to be selling the iPad Pro for another 1.5 years until the next update. And I believe there are issues with the node process technology with TSMC right now, because the M3 family of chips is built on the one-off temporary N3B node, and we all know that N3E is the next future node that M4 chip will be built on, and that's the industry new standard. That one's gonna be fully compatible with future 3nm chip technologies, and it's not gonna be compatible with N3B. So with that said, it is in the best interest of both Apple and TSMC to ditch the N3B process node as soon as possible and adapt N3E, which might explain the small 9-month gap between the M3 and the M4 chip in just a couple of days. And seeing as the iPad Pro is gonna be selling for another 1.5 years, they might as well equip it with the M4 chip and just put it right on N3E right away. So that could be a very good reason from the iPad Pro perspective. But then if we go over to the Mac perspective, one reason could be that Apple knows they're getting some big competition from Qualcomm with their Snapdragon X Elite chip and other manufacturers that are about to get on N3E, and Apple doesn't want to fall behind. They don't want to wait another 1.5 years from the M3 chip launch to the M4 and potentially be behind in terms of technology, so they could want to just jump straight ahead to the M4. And one thing we know for sure is that if the M4 chip does come in 2 days, then that means there cannot be an M3 Ultra chip. There's no way Apple would reveal the M4, wait a month, and then reveal an old technology M3 Ultra. That's basically gone. That's out of question. It will not happen. Every single Mac that comes after the M4 chip gets revealed in the iPad Pro has to have an M4 family chip. And that actually explains why, when we looked at the die shot of the M3 Max, it no longer had the Ultra Fusion connector at the very bottom. Because what if Apple knew that there would not be an M3 Ultra, that they would skip the M3 Ultra altogether and go straight to the M4 Ultra built on N3E technology instead of N3B, because we do know N3B was very expensive, the yields were terrible, and N3E was supposed to fix all of those problems. And guess what we got in terms of leaks about the Mac Studio? TrendForce said that in the middle of 2024, which is basically WWDC in June, we were supposed to get a Mac Studio with a new Ultra chip. However, that Ultra chip was being built on N3E instead of N3B, which means that Ultra chip has to be an M4 Ultra. So the idea here is that what if the M4 chip comes in 2 days and then next month they jump straight into revealing the M4 Ultra chip in the Mac Studio and they update some of the desktop Macs. They could even update the Mac Mini with the base M4 chip next month. And I know it sounds crazy, but think about the alternative. What if next month they don't release a Mac Studio or Mac Pro whatsoever? They leave it on the back burner for an additional year until the middle of 2025. And with that said, Mark Gurman believes that the M4 Pro and Max MacBook Pros are going to be coming this fall, which would mean that this fall you would have an M4 Max MacBook Pro super powerful, while at the same time having a Mac Studio and Mac Pro limited to the M2 Ultra chip. 2 generations older selling at the same time. Who in the world would buy that Mac Studio with an M2 chip, family chip, instead of an M4 Max MacBook Pro? It makes no sense to have those selling at the same time with generations that old for the higher end machines. And essentially, you would have that M2 Ultra until next year in the summer, basically when the M4 Max MacBook Pro would already be selling for months at that point. So in my opinion, it actually makes sense for Apple to skip the M3 Ultra and next month bring the M4 Ultra chip in the Mac Studio and the Mac Pro right away, basically making you buy that machine if you want the latest M4 chip technology. So with that said, if the M4 chip does truly come at Apple's May event, then that likely means that we could be seeing M4 Max as soon as WWDC with that M4 Ultra chip. And there's a chance they might even reveal the entire lineup of chips right away, but only sell the desktop Macs, which means MacBook users would have to wait until the fall to get those new chips in the MacBooks, which makes sense to me. So there you guys go. Let me know your thoughts about this whole M4 chip family ordeal down in the comment section below and what you think is gonna happen. If you enjoyed the video, click the circle above to subscribe for more videos like this one. Definitely check out one of those 2 right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.